Hi, welcome to Living Your Best Life with me, Monica Merlot. And today's topic is from surviving to thriving. So if you're feeling stuck, you feel too old to make changes, or you're unsure of what steps to take in midlife, I would say midlife starting from late 30s actually to 40s. And I'm going to share with you my story about how I came from just surviving to thriving. And if this resonates with you, then this video is for you. So my story, backstory is about what it was like for me when I realized that I was surviving. It was in my late 30s, and I think a lot of people go through this change in their life where they're asking you start asking yourself, what does this all mean? Like, why am I doing this? Why am I still? I don't feel good. Why do I feel sad? I have anxiety, depressed, lack of energy. Yeah, always like really tired. Why do I feel that? Why do I feel like every time I can't seem, I like I'm just treading water, I'm just treading water. And that is how I was feeling. I felt like I could not keep up enough. I couldn't be a mom enough. I couldn't be a wife enough. I couldn't be a friend enough. And I just was feeling more and more overwhelmed and tired, exhausted, and trying to do everything, be the best of, or be, whatever that version was, until I was so miserable that I knew I had to make changes. And this is what I see with people around me. And, you'll notice that you might be feeling some of those things too. You might be asking yourself, what is my purpose? Like, I thought I wanted to do this. I thought I wanted to have this career, and that was or I was going to get married or not, or whatever it is. And you realize that's not what you want. And when you realize whatever you wanted is not giving you the joy that you need, the vitality that you need, the peace that you need, you start to question it or not. And it just gets harder and harder and harder as you get older. Because believe me, trust me, if you don't make any changes by the time you're in your 40s, things don't get easier, they get harder. Unless you're okay, maybe with status quo, that's fine too. But if you're watching this video and you can tell genuinely that you're just surviving, which is not a way to live. This is a better way to live than just surviving. Then maybe what I'm going to share with you is going to kind of inspire you to find ways to step into thriving, because that's exactly what happened with me. That's exactly the story that I'm going to share with you. When I realized around 39 that things really had to change. So I thought that I just kept on trying to think, I'm not doing enough. I have to try harder. I have to be, like I said, a better wife, a better this, a better that. It's like absolutely exhausting. And so I didn't know exactly where to start, but I thought, well, I'll do the things that maybe might feel right for me. So I already had like my yoga practice that I could connect to, and I got deeper and deeper into my practice, did more training. I decided to take that route before I made any major life changes, because I didn't know at the time where I was going. Like, I still wanted my my relationship to work. I still wanted to keep as much harmony in the family life as possible. And I kept on working on it and working on it. And then I said, you know what, I have to work on myself. And that's when I just said, okay, let me go deeper into my spiritual practice, because that seems to be something that resonates for me, that works for me. And that's the whole thing. What works for you? What is it that you can start with that might give you like a little bit of a new foundation? And taking care of our well-being is crucial, especially if you're a caregiver and you're continually giving to others, and you get depleted and you empty out, and then you live a zombie life for the rest of your life if you do that. So I didn't want to do that, and I didn't want my kids, who are now adults. They're, at the time they were in their early 20s, but now they're in like late 20s. I didn't want them to see a mother who's just kind of disintegrating and becoming an empty shell. I don't think that, to me, is inspiring. People that I have admired and respected, I would have to say one of the people that there's many women that I've followed, that inspired me, and I think that's important too. Is one of the things is find mentors, that people that you resonate with, that the values are the same. If you're not doing it yet, but yet you are trying to say, well, I sort of like their way of being. So for myself, I was looking for people that were grounded, that didn't have a lot of drama in their life. And I looked for mentors in that area. So I started practicing my life. I cut back on things, on my social life. I took better care of course, the way I fed myself, the thoughts I was thinking. But all of those things took time, because I didn't exactly have all the role models for it. And that's why it takes a little bit longer. And that's why, thank goodness, there's great books out there, YouTube channel, and hopefully my channel, is that we kind of give you that shortcut of learning how to connect with yourself, learning how to take better care of yourself, because we took years to do that. And like I said, I had little sort of role models, and it sort of kind of gathered them together, and read books and practiced and watched videos, took some courses, did training. This is how I wanted to do it. And just brought in all the knowledge so that the deep part was, so I could get to the true essence of myself. And that's what I want for you. I want for you to find the authentic being that you are. And the only way to do that is you need to step away from everything that is causing you a lot of anxiety, stress, overwhelm. And I get it. You can't just quit your job or quit your relationship or quit. You don't have to do that, but you can take little moments to start nourishing yourself. That's sort of what I did. And as you start to nourish yourself and you start to sit quiet little moments and you journal things, you start to reveal within yourself. And you know what? Slowly you go, this works for me, that doesn't work for me. This is what nurtures me, this is what does not nurture me. And you will start to see that slowly things fall away from you. So relationships that are not healthy, If they're healthy, they're meant to be with you. If they're not, they will slowly fall away. And I think slow, one step at a time is better than trying to do things really drastic. I mean, unless it's unless it's you're in danger. You definitely, if you're in danger, if there's severe health issues, these are all things like you can work with a therapist or you get help, professional help for that, for sure, absolutely. But if you do have some opportunity to take your time to do changes, they're better because they stick. Anything we do quickly doesn't stay. What comes up comes down. And so that has shown for myself too. Like if any time I was impatient, then I made drastic change or like quick changes or being impulsive, then I didn't get the results that I wanted. So here comes along mindfulness practice. And it was starting to plant its seeds slowly, but became more evident when I really did make final changes. So we can only be so ready for everything, and then we have to step out of our fear. That is something that you need to say, it doesn't have to be perfect. I think I'm ready to make changes, and that you need to be ready to let go of things that do not work for you anymore. So how do you do that? What helped me start over was 5 years ago. It's actually 5 years ago that I moved here and made a huge shift. I had progressively over the last 10 years or so, like I said, started making changes and deciding, is this what I want to do? Do I want to, did I need to change my relationship? Did I need to move out, get my own place? That was for me. Again, I'm not advocating what you need to do, but this is a video for going beyond just surviving, getting beyond and thriving. And I felt deep inside of me that I I felt like I wanted, there was better, in a sense, that a better quality of life that I wanted to live. It just was screaming inside of me. And I could not ignore that anymore. I couldn't push it down anymore. I couldn't numb it down anymore. And you can be numbing down, suppressing your feelings all kinds of ways. And we all know the ways, it's whether it's what we take in, what we drink, what we consume, the thoughts that we numb ourselves, the busyness that we numb ourselves with. Like I said, the thoughts can interrupt and make us feel crappy, and then we spiral into just such a toxic, negative behavior towards ourselves. We don't even need anybody else to do it. We do it to ourselves. And that was a big thing, that very humbling, that I realized that when I moved out, now I'm on my own and I am accountable for my actions. I'm a big girl now, 57 years old, and I'm a big girl. So imagine I'm a single mom now. I have a daughter who has special needs, and my son was with us for a while, but then he's living on his own and he's thriving, and I'm so happy for him. But it was scary, and still sometimes I'm like, how am I going to do this? But it felt so right. It felt so right. And that to me was what gave me strength. And when you make a change, yes, you don't know what's on the other side, but there's something, that calling, that voice inside of you, that intuition, you need to listen to that. If it doesn't go away, you need to listen to that. And it does not let us down. I mean, I don't know what kind of faith you have, whatever it is, whether you just the universe, divine, God, any of those things. For me was, spiritual practice and God. I just kept on saying, I know I'm taken care of. Everything's going to be fine as long as I do the right next best thing, and that I keep on trying, that I don't give up on myself. So what helped me start over was from my practice that I was doing, I got more into mindfulness. And mindfulness, although I had there's different breathing exercises that I would do, my yoga practices, mindfulness brought it to another level altogether, because it allowed me to really accept that things are always changing, that I can sit in the change, that I am not the storm, I'm the sky of the storm, that I can watch the storm, I can become the observer. And this is what the tools that I teach, and like some of my videos that I have, like my meditation videos and some of the other talks that I do, which you can check on my link below, that really help, like the stepping stones of coming, not learning something else, but stepping stones of coming in closer to you. Mindfulness has really shifted me because I take these mini pauses. I teach on this all the time. I take these mini pauses, and I feel whatever is coming up. So before, I used to maybe definitely not want to deal with them. Like I mentioned before, whether it was numbing myself with activities, alcohol, or any of those things, again, might be fine for you. I wanted to wake up. I wanted to wake up and be like more vibrant. And so mindfulness made me notice what's going on, accept what's going on, and also teaches you to just know that nothing stays the same. It always changes. Even the bad feelings don't even stay the same. And they just don't. It's incredible. Last week, I was not feeling well, and I was trying to navigate what it is, why I wasn't feeling well. I had these really bad headaches for a week, and I finally figured it out. And I just kept on saying, I know this is not going to last long, because I'm researching, I'm trying to figure it out, I'm trying different methods and that are going to help me. And it passed. And here I am today, feeling way better than I did last week, because it just doesn't last. The other thing that mindfulness has helped me with is through love and kindness, through compassion. And I was just teaching on that this morning, about the compassion, our heart having compassion for our heart, or our heart giving us compassion. And let's say things are still not great, you're still in survival mode. Well, one, I can tell you that it won't last, it will not stay that way. But while you're in it, while things are that are tough, have patience, compassion, and love and kindness towards yourself, or towards the situation that it is. When I say, okay, this is not great, this kind of sucks, that's okay. And I just deal the best I can with the situation. I take little moments. It doesn't have to be you go away for a retreat, you got to go away somewhere, because the reality is that it's always with us. Our problems always can stay with us. It's how we switch it, it's how we deal with it. So that practice, back to mindfulness, has been a blessing. And I share this blessing because I cannot say enough about it. I cannot say enough about how it has shifted everything from when I used to survive to now that I'm like thriving. And thriving to me is, like as things, my livelihood grows, the abundance grows in my life. It's fantastic, but it's the feeling that I want you to get. I want you to feel what I'm experiencing of this energy that feels bright, feels possible. This is what thriving is about. And then that leads me to the next point, is reconnecting with your purpose. And when you are becoming clearer with how you feel, what you need, then you know what you want to do. Things become a lot more, like I said, clearer. And then you just keep on stepping into that. Like you keep on stepping into the next thing that feels right. And then you start dreaming bigger because you have this vision, a realistic vision, not a vision where it's something you would love to do, but you're not completely passionate about. It's like something you're good at, and you just continue getting excited about it. So there's your purpose. For me, of course, I started many years ago, like almost 30 years ago, my spiritual practice and getting more into like the yoga lifestyle, going into different modalities of the learning and teaching. But it didn't come fully alive until I completely shedded away a lot of my attachments, the things that I thought would make me okay on the outside, but really I had to realize that I'm okay on the inside. And yes, I know it's easier said than done, but I'm living proof that it just happens. It doesn't just happen. It works. But it took me to take small steps, and the small steps are, to me, very important, because when you, like I said at the beginning, if you're taking big moves, big changes, not thinking it through, if you take little steps at a time, it's less overwhelming. We have enough to deal with. We have enough anxiety, enough overwhelm to deal with. We don't need more stress. We need less, in the sense. We need more peace, time, and space. So when you are taking these little pauses, I call them like the small meditations. You can have bigger ones, but if you take small, little quiet time, connect to your breath, it will allow you to be clear about the next step to take. You cannot take baby steps if you don't give yourself room to breathe, room to just see what it is. Imagine there's a closet, you might have a closet like this or a drawer like that, and you just keep on shoving everything in it. And then you're trying to find that one pen in that drawer. Let's use a drawer, okay? And you're like, gosh, and that's all the clutter, and that's the clutter you create in your life. So then finally you go, you know what? I'm just going to take everything out. What do I need and what do I not need? You clear out that drawer. You say, yeah, this is the pen. That's the paper. This is whatever the objects. This is all I need. The rest, thank you so much. Thank you for serving me. And you throw it away, or you give it away, something you don't need, pass it on. That is how you deal with the quality of your cleansing your mind, your energy, and allows you to take that one step at a time. So, midlife change can be extremely powerful if you stay open to it, if you create, if you have faith in it as well. What is, you have to have faith in yourself and faith in something bigger than you. And that was coming back to the, having your purpose and what you want to do. What's incredible about changing in your midlife is the wisdom, the lessons that have taught you, right? So all the hardships that I have gone through have been my greatest teachers. So imagine you have all that, I call it like toolbox, all of that wisdom that you have accumulated in your toolbox, and you have wisdom, you know better, right? We know better. So there's an advantage there. I mean, things that I'm doing now, I couldn't ask my 20-year-old self to do it. Even if my 20-year-old self was wise, and God knows the mistakes and stuff I did when I was younger, living, right, in a different way. It wasn't my time. So it has to be your time, your season of change, and all the wisdom that you've accumulated over time. The next thing, these are the last points that I want to make before we end this incredible conversation about from surviving to thriving, is letting go expectations. Mel Robbins wrote that book, Let Them. And in yoga, we practice letting go. We do a lot of that. We do a lot of practice letting go. And why there's that mindset of letting go? Because we can't control everything. We're fooling ourselves if we can control everything. And why do we want to? Just let go, our expectations of what we expect from others, and just focus on yourself, what you know that you can do. And when I see things start to get a little out of control for me, if I see that I'm starting to feel it's coming up, the anxiety, the anxiousness is starting to come up, or I'm starting to feel tired because I'm outsourcing myself, I say, you know what, I'm going to stop that. I'm not going to contribute to that kind of energy that's draining me. And I know what to do, right? So I don't have expectations on anyone else, but I do expect that I can take care of myself. So letting go expectations. And the last point I want to say is owning your story. Own who you are. Own the divine being that you were meant to be right now. And we all have this essence of us that is rich and so much to offer. It's so amazing. One of the things that I love being lucky, fortunate enough to teach, is I get to meet so many different kinds of people. And so it's amazing because you can be in one room, in a practice, and everyone's different, but yet we're coming for the same thing. We all want to feel alive, vibrant, joy, peace, love, connected. And if you want to feel like if you want to feel thriving, you need to connect with yourself. You need to rejuvenate yourself. You need to come back to your source, refill the source within yourself. So on that, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to listen. If you have any questions that you want to ask me, please write a comment down. I tried to do a live yesterday. It totally bombed on me. There was all kinds of things that didn't go right. So I said, I'll just do the video. So I would love that you share any comments. You feel free to reach out to me, send me an email on my website, which I'll have the link below. And I offer a free consultation, whatever methods that I can offer you through what I've learned over my practices that help me stabilize my system, my energy, and my focus. And so these are like such great tools that I've picked up that I can share with you. And if you think that someone else needs to hear this, share it. Share it, and maybe they will also get a nugget of wisdom that we can pass along and share with each other, because that's what community is about. So thank you so much again. I wish you many blessings. Have a great rest of the day, and till the next time I see you.